Hello and welcome back to the Colorado Rockies franchise, where today we're going to start by making a trade. Harold Ramirez, we talked about a couple episodes ago. He's on the trade block still. Chris Russin's one guy we're going to end up giving up for him. He's in AAA for us right now, but he's actually going to be the Indians' fourth best relief pitcher, third best regular relief pitcher, and they're only lefty, so they need him. Tyler Kindly here is going to be just an extra arm in their minor league system that could be called up if there's an injury. Nick Longy's going to give them the outfield depth that they lose by trading Ramirez. And Ramirez at the age of 25, he's not a prospect really anymore, but he's a good major league bat to have, and he's still got tons of team control. He's only been in the majors for one full season. Indians are going to take that trade. Ramirez is going to wear number 36. We're probably going to end up having him play mostly left field, though. We're actually going to have to send down Cole Sturgeon to free up the major league spot. Cole Sturgeon struggled at the major league level, but I'm sure we'll see him back at some point. Hopefully he can go down to AAA and just keep mashing down there. With a couple extra free roster spots, we're going to sign John Pippinger, who we're going to talk about a little bit later. We're also going to sign John Allen, who's a corner infielder, a good hitter all around. We just need somebody like that in our system. We're going to start by taking a look at that Giants series, but before that I wanted to mention we're also going to have a AA prospect profile thing we'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, let's hop into game number 1 here. Antonio Senzatella taking the hill. He's through 5 starts. He's 2-2 with a 4.97 ERA and a 1.62 WHIP. Struggling Rockies starter. We'll hope to have a good start today. Tommy La Stella hitting leadoff, popping up in foul territory to the catcher to start things. Mike Tauchman, the former Rocky, gonna ground it to Fuentes here for out number 2, so Senzatella looking good through the first 2 batters. Donovan Solano hitting 254 on the year, but he's definitely gonna have that average climb, I would assume. He's gonna walk. Yastrzemski's gonna fly out to right field. The usual DH out here in right field, because Ramirez, who's normally gonna be our left fielder, is DHing today. We wanted to ease him in, just put him in the DH, so he only has to worry about hitting today. Taking on Aaron Sanchez, who's had a good career resurrection so far this season with the Giants. He's going to strike out Ramirez in his first plate appearance with the Rockies. Raimel Tapia in the 2 spot today. He's going down swinging as well. 2 strikeouts quickly here for the Rockies. And make it 3 as Sanchez strikes out the side here in the first. Alex Dickerson going to hit a ground ball past the diving Brendan Rodgers for a leadoff base hit. Brandon Belt now with the runner on. He's going to make this a 2-0 Giants lead with a home run to center field off of Senzatella. Just like that. Rockies in a hole. Buster Posey at the plate. He's going down looking, though. Senzatella trying to bounce back. Just keep it to the 2 runs. Gets a ground ball from Crawford, where Trevor Story's going to make a Jeter-esque play there. Nice jump throw. Covered 140 feet with that throw. Is that a sign of things to come for what team he could potentially be traded to? The Yankees are a team that could use a shortstop if they can move some players around like Torres to second. Rodgers going to follow that up with a nice play as we head to the bottom of the 3rd now, where after making the play of the field, he's going to draw a walk here to start things. Sam Hilliard, he's going to ground it past Belt. Slow roller, it'd still be an out. Estella makes a nice play, but Rodgers advances to second. Dom Nunez now, he's going down swinging on the fastball. Harold Ramirez would need a clutch hit here. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. He's going to do just that. Ground ball at the middle, base hit. An RBI base hit for his first Rocky hit. Making this a 1-run lead now for the Giants. Hop to the top of the 4th, where Brandon Belt going to hit a line drive down the first base line, but it's going to hook just foul. 2.6 feet, just missed the home run. Senzatella on the next pitch, going to get a ground out to Fuentes, so luckily avoided that home run. Buster Posey now with 2 away. He's going to hit a deep fly ball, but not deep enough, as Sam Hilliard retires him. Head to the bottom of the 4th with 1 away. Charlie Blackmon is going to hit a deep fly ball here over the right fielder Yastrzemski's head, and it's going to hit off the top of the wall. Take a high bounce, and Blackmon going to race all the way to 3rd for a 1-out triple. Josh Fuentes with the contact play on, he's going to hit a ground ball to the shortstop, meaning that on any contact that the ball's on the ground, the runner from third was going home there. And it worked out in the Rockies' favor, tying things up at 2. After a leadoff walk, going to strike out the next batter and get a deep fly ball here that Sam Hilliard, he misplays this. I don't know. I think he thought that bounced over the wall and was a ground rule double, but Tapia comes racing over to get it in quickly to make it no run score on the play somehow. Yeah, look, I think he just thought this bounced over the wall. Just not even looking at it. I don't know. That's inexcusable. He can't be doing that. The Giants don't have the contact play on us. There's a ground ball to third base, so the run does not score. Sensatella has a chance to get out of this without allowing anything. He gets a hard hit line drive to center field that is misplayed by Tapia. He wasn't even close with that jump. Ends up being a 2 RBI double, making it 4-2 now for the Giants. Yastrzemski's going to hit a line drive over Sam Hilliard's head, and it's going to be a 2-run homer. Second 2-run homer of the game for the Giants, making it 6-2 now. Just like that, game is blown open. Giants go back-to-back here with another home run. 7-2 now. They were 1 out away from getting out of that inning, allowing nothing. It was 2-2 ball game, and now it's 7-2. Brandon Belt's going to strike out from Estevez, who's still in the game here in the 6th. Line drive down the right field line. Blackman's rolling there into the wall. Another misplay by a Rocky outfielder. That's why Blackman's usually a DH. This is going to be a triple for the slow runner there. And yeah, you can see just barrel rolls right into that wall. Now there's nobody out and a runner on third. Crawford's going to hit another 2-run homer for the Giants. They're pouring it on. Third 2-run homer of the game. 9-2. Rockies calling Gonzalez just to eat up some innings. He's been back from injury. Wanted to get him a little bit of work here. And Longoria, he's actually going back-to-back. Second time on the game, the Giants go back-to-back home runs. 10-2 ball game. Rockies really just got to let Gonzalez pitch now. Hard line drive. McMahon knocks it down. Nice play. He's actually going to get hurt. And if you read this, it says that he's could be shelved for quite some time. And it looks serious, but we'll have to take a look after the game. Hopefully it's not too bad. Posey going to get underneath it and flies at the left fielder. We're going to move on to the bottom of the 8th where Sam Hilliard will be up with 1 out. He's going to hit a ground ball past the shortstop Crawford there for base hit. Nunez going to chip into the lead, making it 10-4. 2-run homer. Is it too little too late, though? Or can the Rockies make a miracle comeback? Still 2 away here in the 8th. Tapia going to get under it. Line it to left field. It's going to hit 1 hop into the wall for a double. 2-out double, so Rockies still threatening here. Trevor Story going to ground it on an inside pitch. Down the third baseline. It's going to hop off the bag. He would beat the throw at first base. Runners at first and third. Blackman going to get a hold of it. Send it to right field. This is going to be a 3-run homer. That one gets out of here. Remember earlier he hit the top of the wall. This time he got enough of it. It's 10-7 now. Rockies are back in the game. Jake McGee, the Rockies' former pitcher, is going to come in and try to close this one out for the Giants. He's going to strike out Garrett Hampson to start things. Brendan Rodgers is going to walk, though, following that. So now we got a base runner. Bringing up a pinch hitter in the form of Jonathan Daza. Will he be able to do something? He's going to hit a ground ball up the middle. Tying run's going to be up at the plate in the form of Elias Diaz, another pinch hitter. Rockies got the tying run up to the plate somehow after being down 10-2. It's going to be a ground ball, though. In a double play, Rockies lose 10-7. Ramirez got his first hit at least. Blackman had a couple hits, but had that misplay in the outfield. 1 bad inning really lost him the game. Fortunate for Sensatella, gives up 7 earned runs. McMahon's actually going to be all right. It said he'd be bad, but he's perfectly fine. He's going to play in the next game. Kyle Freeland, you can see, made his second appearance for a rehab start and he absolutely destroyed. We're going to call him up. Gonzalez is going to go down to AAA. And Sensatella's going to be moved to the pen for Kyle Freeland. He's not pitched well. We'll probably see him back at the rotation at some point. We lose 2-3 to the Giants. Felix Hernandez lost game 2 here. McMahon, as you can see, played, hit a home run actually, was 2 for 4. 5-1 ball game there. Hernandez was not that bad. 2 unearned runs for Bowden there, allowed out of the pen. Ramirez, another 2 hits. Nice to see that. McMahon hit another home run. Marquez was fantastic, going 8 innings, allowing no earned runs. Now we're talking about this prospect profile thing. We're not going to watch the entire game of the AA affiliate, the Hartford Yard Goats. Instead, we're going to focus on a couple players. One's going to be Ronald Trahern here, which we'll go more into detail about this as the series goes on. But, I just wanted to change the pace a little bit. Nolan Hoffman's another guy we're going to take a look at in the prospect profile thing. John Pippinger, newly acquired relief pitcher. He's actually in AA here to start the year for them. And Rodolfo Martinez, so we'll see you for that. Ronald Trahern, a 4-pitch pitcher standing at 6 feet even and just over 200 pounds. A lefty out of South Dakota. Another southpaw that is from South Dakota is Sean Doolittle, though Trahern throws harder, topping out at 97 and 98 on his 4-seam fastball. He's a 4-pitch pitcher. To go along with his 4-seam fastball, he also throws a slider, sweeping curve, and a changeup. At the age of 21 years old, he still has time to develop nicely. Projection have his MLB ETA at 2022 plus, more likely 2023. As we see, the first strikeout was with that slider. Here he has a good, nice sweeping curve that just gets below the zone, but still gets hit up the middle for a base hit. Trahern, I wouldn't expect him up too early as the Rockies do need pitching desperately, but I don't know if they really want to risk calling him up. At the age of 21, still want to let him grow and learn down here in the minors. He's at AA right now. If he keeps pitching like this, though, striking guys out like this, he'll be at AAA before too long. Here in the top of the second, he's going to get up a solo home run, though. But what's encouraging about this home run is the very next at bat. He does not shy away and throws that same fastball, striking out the next hitter. You want to see that confidence from a frontline type of starter. Hope he develops into that. And he's going to also try to work around some errors that happen in the field and misplays. Shortstop makes an error there, and then the center fielder on this one's actually going to miss on this dive. Lucky he knocked it down, though. It would be a double, but he's got to try to get out of it, and he's going to do just that with the top of the order up. He's going to strike him out looking with the fastball. Trahern still in the third inning here. Striking out Johnson via the slider. Seen him strike out quite a few guys. That's the 5th of the game. Luciano now also going down swinging. This time with the changeup. We're seeing him use all 4 of his pitches. The Hartford Yard Goats were actually being no-hit through the entire time that Trahern was in the game pitching. So he had no offensive support, but he was still going out here trying to produce. Getting the strikeout, 8th of the game there with his sweeping curve. Still out here in the 6th. He's going to get fly out here, but when he gets a little more tired towards the end of his outings, he does start giving up some hard contact and fly balls, which can be concerning, so hopefully he can work on that. He's going to end it on a strikeout, though. We'll see you for the next player. Nolan Hoffman, the right-handed relief pitcher, who stands at 6'4" and weighs 190 pounds. While he is not related to the great Trevor Hoffman, who will have to pitch in his style, relying on his off-speed, Nolan throws 4 pitches, a 91 to 92 mile an hour 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. Hoffman is a big league hopeful with no real MLB ETA. The first thing you're probably going to notice about him, he has that weird sidearm submarine style that is pretty tough to read as a hitter, which really plays to its advantage because he does not have the greatest stuff, but he'll have to make it do with what he's got. Like I said, he's a big league hopeful, and will really need to rely on his funky motion and his off-speed to make it. At the age of 22, though, he still has time. Using that slider there to get a strikeout and a full count here, he's going to get an easy ground out. John Pippinger, the Canadian-born righty, stands at just under 6 feet at 5'11", weighs in at 168 pounds. He's another 4-pitch relief pitcher who throws a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a 2-seam fastball, and a splitter, which gets up to 91 miles an hour. His MLB ETA is 2022. He's a pretty basic pitching motion. 4-seam fastball at 94 is not top of the world, but that splitter is really nasty. He's gotten 2 pop-ups here on the infield, so he's getting some nice soft contact, which is what you want to see out of a relief pitcher. There, his changeup hangs a little bit, which is probably his worst pitch. Don't know if he really needs it when he throws that good of a splitter. 2022 is not that far off. You could definitely see him next season with us. And I would expect him to with how bad our pitching is. Rodolfo Martinez, not really a prospect anymore at the age of 26. He was in the Giants organization up until last season. He has good life on both fastballs and also throws a nice slider. He could realistically come up at any point this season. There's a strikeout with that nice slider. It can hit up to 85, 86 miles an hour. And he's going to go with the four-seam fastball here as it gets back on the outside corner there. Almost with some two-seam action on that. Looks really good here on Mother's Day. In this Double-A game for the Yard Goats. I'd expect him to probably move up to Triple-A pretty quickly. And then we'll see where he goes from there. He could also make the jump to the majors if you really need him to. Yeah, that'll be all for the prospect profiles. We lose the game 2-0, but not really about that. More so about getting the prospects and talking about them. So we're going to move on from this and talk about the Cardinals series next. Game 1 here, we would lose 2-1. Couldn't muster any more than 6 hits. John Gray would take the loss. And we'd move on to game 2 here where we'd score 5 runs and actually hold on. We blew a lead with Almonte there, but he'd end up picking up the win. Gomer pitched pretty well versus his old team. But yeah, we're looking to take this series home here in game number 3. Pre-game though, Trevor Story is actually going to get hurt. Lucky this would not be serious. This would be the lineup we'd send out here after that. Chris Owings actually going to replace him at shortstop. He's going to hit in that 9 spot though. Charlie Blackmon with 2 outs now in the top of the first, going to fly out to right field. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. Kyle Freeland making his 2021 debut. He was pretty solid last year, not the greatest, not the worst. Not a big strikeout guy last season. Really don't want to be giving up too much contact at Coors though. And he's in some trouble early here with runners at first and second and nobody out. And no one Arenado up, but Arenado's going to ground into a double play, lucky for Freeland. Bring up Paul DeYoung. Still a chance of driving at least a run, but he's going to fly out to right field here to Daza. And both pitchers get through 1. Now we're heading to the top of the 4th. Blackman's going to get things started here with a leadoff double as the center fielder Hurst here misplays. They must lost it in the lights or something. I don't know. Something must have been up there. Fuentes, though, is going to pop up on the infield. And the next batter, McMahon, in a full count. He's going to fly out to left field, so not looking like we're really going to score a run here, maybe unless we get a 2-out knock, but Rogers going to miss a 2-seam fastball inside, get tied up. See, Rockies strand a leadoff double. Arenado's going to get a hold of one, and Tapia is going to be running back and crash into the wall, and he'd hold on, though. Nice play out there in center field, keeping the Arenado off the board. Paul DeYoung actually going to line it right back to Tapia, making sure he's staying on his feet. Matt Carpenter now in a full count, going to swing and miss at the slider as both pitchers are through 4. Head to the top of the 5th. Owings going to fly out to shallow right center field here. Rockies just not mustering any sort of offense. Bob in the 5th brings up Carlson here for the Cardinals. He swings and misses at the changeup for a strikeout. Yadier Molina going to line this one to center field. Tapia, who's already made a nice play, is going to mistime his leap on this one. It's going to roll back a ways, and it'll be a 1-out double for Yadier Molina. Luckily, he is very slow, so he ends up on second after that. But a slow rolling base hit here is actually going to drive him in because the throw would be a little offline, giving the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. But that would be all they get here in the bottom of the 5th. As Freeland gets the ground out, jumping to the top of the 7th. Rockies still not mustering any sort of offense. Get a 1-out walk from Brendan Rodgers. Bring it up to the plate, Nunez, the catcher. He's going to ground it to Nolan Arenado, who makes a diving stop and turns 2. Rockies not getting anything through 7. Rockies calling Oliver Perez. Lefty has really struggled so far this year. Could use a bounce-back outing. That's not going to happen here, as Matt Carpenter is going to hit a solo shot to right field. Lefty on lefty crime. And Carlson's actually going to go back-to-back. You can't even blame this on the Coors. So Perez, I don't know what's up with him, but Really needs to figure something out. Toppy is actually going to cut into the lead, though, finally ending the shutout, making it 3-1. So he gets a home run of his own off a lefty off of Miller here. And almost back-to-back shots of their own for the Rockies. This one, though, barely dies right on the warning track there for Ramirez. And it's not looking good here. A leadoff base runner and a double here. Runners at second and third. Oh, no, the runner's actually going to score on the play. Owings doesn't even attempt to throw him out. 4-1 ball game. We're going to walk Arenado. This is Stevenson pitching, by the way. And DeYoung is going to hit a 3-run shot, pretty much ending this one. We're going to jump ahead here to the top of the ninth, where Charlie Blackmon's up. He's going to get a hold of this, send it over Carlson's head. He's going to dive and miss this one. He laid all out for that one, but lucky for him, he does not get hurt. It's going to be a leadoff triple, maybe starting a rally. I mean, you need 6 runs. Maybe a fly out, though, in the infield for the first out. Ryan McMahon's going to step up to the plate, though, and at least deliver a run here, making it a 7-2 ball game with a base hit up the middle. Nunez, though, is going to end the game by flying out to left field as the Rockies lose 2-7. Got 6 hits. At least they scored a couple late to make it not a shutout. Freeland gets the loss, unfortunately. He pitched pretty well. Only struck out 4, but he pitched pretty well. So that'll do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll take on the Padres and Reds. We also have some other things we're going to have to look forward to, like some draft prospects. So we'll see you then. See you next time.